Hello everyone, Josh here with X's. Now we're bringing y'all another OUTERPLANE video, and here we go. The 7.4 patch notes are here. Now I've not read over these yet, so this is going to be more of a raw reaction as well, so this should be a lot of fun. And as always, I will have the link for these patch notes in the description below, so let's go ahead and follow along and see what goodies are in store for us today. Okay, the action anime OUTERPLANE. Hello Masters, this is Proxon. Let's take a look at what we have in store for you in this week's update. We have received and incorporated various opinions and feedback from our masters in this update. Additionally, we have prepared a special event dungeon for you to enjoy this summer. Players will be able to experience this update in-game following the maintenance on Tuesday, July 4th. Please see below for more details. Okay, so we already expected that this was going to be the new hero that's coming first. Obviously, new hero, Air. Drop rate up. I don't know if I said her name correctly or not. I haven't actually watched the preview video. I'm sure they'll probably say her name in there somewhere. Air is a hero capable of removing buffs from enemies or dealing significant damage to enemies with buffs. Will be joining us during the upcoming drop rate up event. Interesting. Now, we already know that for whatever reason, this game treats units that can remove buffs by stripping them away as a debuff, which actually triggers the current new Stella that's going to hit you for a lot of counterattack damage. So I'm not too sure how well that's going to go, because we already have that issue kind of with Alice in the meta right now, and even units like Eliza, where they just cannot be fully utilized because of units like that on defense. So we'll have to see if they made something, they tweaked her skill set a little bit differently from those other units to make her actually effective in PvP, or is she going to be strictly a PvE hero? So let's keep looking. Okay, element fire. All right, okay, so she's a striker, she's an attacker. Are we finally getting a proper DPS 3-star fire hero? I thought for sure she was gonna be water. I guess mostly just because I thought she was like, she dressed in like she's on the beach, so I thought she was gonna be like a water unit. I don't know, but hey, fire striker with subclass attacker, which means she's gonna be hitting hard. Hopefully this will be our 3-star fire DPS we've been waiting on. Let's see. The new hero Air will be added to normal recruit after the drop rate up event ends. That's typical. Skill 1, whatever. It just says whatever. Okay. Attacks an enemy and has a 30% chance to grant the caster increased critical hit chance for 2 turns. At level 2, it goes up to damage plus 10%, weakness gauge reduction plus 1, sorry. Level 3, increase the chance to activate effects by 10%. So it goes up to 40%, and then damage goes up 30% for level 4 and 5. Okay, so she can increase her critical hit chance for 2 turns, 40% chance on her base ability. All right. Skill 2, cooldown at 4. Obviously, it's going to go down to 3 with this reduced skill cooldown at level 3 there that I'm seeing. When using this skill, removes all buffs on the target and attacks the enemy. If the caster is granted increased critical hit chance, increases the caster's priority by 20%. This attack bypasses the target's resilience. Priority plus 5%, so it's going to go up to 25%. And there at level 5, it goes up another 5%, so 30% priority increase when she has increased critical hit chance, which I wonder if that counts if you're getting that as well from like a unit like Valentine as a buff. If that works like that and that can trigger that skill too, that's incredible synergy. And they're both fire heroes, so now you also have a mono team with like units like Eternal out there. You have Tio and Claire. Oh my, the fire team is actually looking pretty good right now. Damage increase 35% between 4 and 5 as well. That's interesting though, but the problem I have again is when using the skill removes all buffs on the target. Will that still trigger as a debuff? Because for whatever reason, buff removal is treated as a debuff in this game, based on what I've been seeing in PvP on the defensive side with units like Tio and Stella still going off, which makes no sense to me. You know, it also hurts Veronica. Like if you level up Veronica and she has that AoE buff removal. Again, we've already talked about Eliza and Alice. So if it still does that, I don't know how well that's still going to perform in PvP. So we'll have to see. We will have to see. But outside of that, I like what I'm seeing so far. Burst. at 100 AP, 140, and 160. So not an expensive burst cost at all, actually. Increased damage, additional increased damage against earth enemies. Then she does it again at 140, and then at 160, change to enhanced skill, resets Gone Surfing cooldown. So she completely resets her ultimate cooldown, which right now is looking like 4 turns with the level 3 skill up. Okay. Attacks an enemy, increased damage dealt to enemies with buffs. Okay, now this will make her good in PvP, because if she's going to be doing increased damage to enemies with buffs, that's a little bit different than removing the buffs and possibly triggering the enemy's counterattack or TO. So that could be pretty big. When the enemy has no buffs or is defeated after the skill is used, grants an extra turn. This skill deals increased damage to earth bosses. Now, I wonder how effective that's going to be in PvP. Now, obviously, we're going to have to see what her base speed is. Hopefully, it's, pretty much the same as like a Noah's, for example, and you can still get her up there pretty fast, like Rin as well. Hopefully, she has their base stats, because she is a striker and an attacker subclass, like those two heroes. So, if she has similar stats, that means she's going to have really good damage potential, and you'll be able to build her with a lot of speed as well. So she'll be able to perform in PvP, because if you can go in and completely nuke one of their strongest units down immediately, and then she gets to go again, that's huge. And the fact that she does a lot of additional damage to Earth heroes, including Earth bosses, that's big, because, Noahs exist. We're also starting to see a lot of Sirens. I'm building Siren on defense myself personally. We also have Hannibal Lee running around now in PvP. So you have some green heroes there that she could completely snipe, and I like that. So very interesting. Damage plus 10%, reduced skill cooldown, as we already talked about, and another 35% between level 4 and 5. So this is a very intriguing hero, and the fact that her burst costs are so cheap as well, she could easily reset the cooldown of her ultimate without too much trouble with proper AP talismans, and potentially awakening her up to 5-6 star, whatever it may be. Skill chain companion effect, attacks an enemy and increases the caster's attack for 2 turns. Okay, so she has a built-in attack increase. She's also a companion too, which means she's going to be working with any chain skills, because she's not going to have to be at the start or at the end as a finisher. Dual attack, attacks an enemy and has a 40% chance to increase the attacker's critical hit chance for 2 turns. Burst level 2 unlocked, ally team critical damage plus 4. Burst level 3 unlocked, ally team critical damage plus 4. So yeah, she's going to be one of those just prototypical. She won't get the 25 action points until she is 6 star. So there is that. So 25 AP there, whatever AP you can get on her talisman. Potentially, depending on how the fights play out, if we are going into this more stall meta, you might have more opportunities. So you might be able to actually make use of that cooldown reset with her burst 3, potentially in PvP, depending on how the fight plays out and what team comps that you are building. But I like her kit so far. Her skill 2, there's questions there of how well that'll perform in PvP, but the ultimate and the ultimate and the basic ability look very good for even PvE content. So she's at least going to have some playability in PvE, and she could potentially be good in PvP as well. We'll have to see when we get our hands on her. Hopefully we do. Eliza drop rate up. I'm just going to give you guys a spoiler alert right now. You can flat out skip that banner. I've already briefly talked about how the Eliza buff was pretty bad. It didn't really do much for her, because she was predominantly a PvP unit in the first place, and she can't really fulfill that role right now in PvP because of the way the meta is, and her buffs did not help her in that regard at all. So Eliza is still just going to be riding the pine. She's going to be a bench warmer. So you guys and gals, we don't got to do a summon or skip on that. You do not need to summon on that banner at all. Not until the meta greatly changes, or they maybe go back and revisit Eliza and give her a better buff, or build a better bleed team around her. I don't know, but as of right now, she's an easy skip. You don't have to worry about that hero at all. We will still do our summoner skip for the new girl Air though, outside of this patch note review. Wow, that is a lot of bikini. We know what they're trying to do here. New event dungeon, Summer Island Mayhem. Now everybody's going to be wanting cosmetics of all those heroes. You watch. A new event dungeon, Summer Island Mayhem, will be added. Unlock conditions, clear adventure, season 1, area 2. Okay. Week 1, week 2, week 3. So it's going to be divided into 3 weeks. Okay. Event shop schedule 7-4 after the maintenance, 2-8-1 before the maintenance. How to use to access the event dungeon for Summer Island Mayhem. You can either enter through the event story banner in the lobby or navigate to the events list under the featured event banner. You can acquire various rewards by completing missions from the event, etc., blah, 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 blah. You can enter ranked challenge once per day. This is pretty much more or less the same setup we had before with the Eternal one. Check-in event rewards will be available during the event period. So 15 days of check-in. Barbecue kit, gold, basic skill manual, normal recruit tickets, special recruit tickets, stamina, clear tickets, immediate skill manual. So we're getting some skill books. That's what I want to see. Immediate skill manual, suspicious tentacle. That's a little suspicious. All right. Suspicious tentacle. Oh boy. We got some gems there, special recruit tickets, professional skill manual, suspicious tentacle again, gems, special recruitment ticket, and then refund glue night. All right. Event shop, we got a barbecue kit, a suspicious tentacle there, you can see there, and the deep sea guardian core. Okay. Event bonus hero, clearing the event dungeon Summer Island Mayhem with main character heroes will grant 15% more event currency. Okay. It says right here, air, grade 3 fire, siren, grade 3 earth, Stella, and then alpha. Week 1 barbecue kit, and then week 2 suspicious tentacle, Eliza, air, Veronica, siren, and then week 3 Eliza, air, Lapis, Beth. It's funny because I own every one of these heroes except for Lapis and Beth, and I've always pulled those on every other account before Global came out, and then on Global I can't pull either one, so that's kind of hilarious. Actually, I don't own the normal Stella either. If that's the normal Stella they're talking about, I don't own her either. I've yet to get her to drop for me. Event rewards, you will be able to acquire a large amount of dungeon clear rewards and mission rewards, including normal, special recruitment tickets, and gems. The event shop can be found by visiting the event page and be accessed by going to the lobby shop. 3 new event frames have been added. 2 beach-themed lobbies have been added as one of the event rewards. Chibi Air and Chibi Eliza have been added as event. I'm still trying to figure out why Eliza is a part of this whole summer beach event. It doesn't strike me as a character that walks down the beach, but okay, they can be placed in the lobby. 1 new skin for Alpha has been added as an event reward as well, even though nobody's really using Alpha. There you go. So these are the week 1, week 2, and week 3 items. The amount you get, the price to purchase them, the purchase condition, one time. A couple of those things are weekly, so the purchase limit is on the right side as well. You guys can look through those if you'd like. Total event mission rewards, you can see here, gold 2.4 million, almost 2,700, or I'm sorry, not almost, a little over 2,700 gems from this event. Okay. 30 clear tickets, 75 expert hammers, glue knight 6, special recruitment tickets 5, basic skill manuals 6, 4 intermediate, 1 professional, epic reforged callus 180, 120 legendary, cake slice 61, barbecue kit 1375, suspicious tentacles 460, and deep sea guardian cores 310. 6 new costumes at 6 new costumes added. Oh my god. Are they all just pay to win cosmetics too? Like, you gotta buy all 6 of these, bro. How to purchase. To purchase, go to the lobby shop, packets, costume. Oh my god. So if you guys and gals are big on cosmetics, it is Christmas in July because 6 new costumes are coming your way. Holy crap. Alpha, Lapis, Beth, Stella, Eliza, Veronica. Oh my, Veronica's getting another one? Dang. They're just giving her all of the stuff, aren't they? Kate's Workshop UI improvements and consumable crafting system update. You can now select a crafting category when entering Kate's Workshop. Armor, weapon, consumables. Weapon and armor crafting, which were previously managed on a single screen, will be separated. Consumables crafting will be added. Consumables crafting and separated into actual consumables crafting and material reconstitution. Wow, that was a mouthful. Potentium, armor, and Tranistone total. once per week craft limit. Seal of Earth times 75, Seal of Water times 75, Seal of Fire times 75. Twice per month, Seal of Earth 150, Water 150, and Fire 150. Material reconstitution, convert materials or consumables into other consumables. Okay, so it's showing you all the different materials that you can now use to craft, and you can craft all these other all these other random materials. We have legendary reforged catalyst, abrasives, clear tickets. You have those seals of earth, water, and fire. Okay, item currency list for material reconstitution. You got here abrasives. The item currency is hammers, catalyst, antimatter, and then the rewarding points are over here on the right side. Reforged catalyst, and then clear tickets twice per week. Okay, so the crafting system got a little bit of an overhaul here. We'll have to really see how well this changes. There's a lot to take in there. I don't want to try and deep dive into all of it right here, so we'll do that for maybe another video. Special request ecology study stage 11 and 12. Let's go. I hope there is no freaking green gear. I do not want to see green gear drop, and I want to see less materials and more gear actually drop. That would be great. Players can craft potentium. I'm just gonna say then craft armor and freaking total. Tranistone. The name is weird. It's literally called total. Armor in total. Like what? Okay. In consumables crafting using the acquired crafting materials, the reduced critical damage effect of Earth Chimera has been decreased from 100% to 85% across all difficulties. So they gave Chimera a slight nerf there, so that's pretty cool. And I actually kind of completely skipped this. Stage 11 and 12 have a higher chance to acquire gear compared to stage 10. Good. And the chance of acquiring high grade gear also increases. By how much, we'll see. Again, I don't personally think we should be seeing green gear at 10. So I better not see it at 11 and 12, because that's just absolutely ludicrous. Just absolutely ludicrous. Special request ecology study identification star acquisition missions added will be renewed to reward either upon completing star acquisition missions on each stage. Will be renewed to acquire completion of all star acquisition missions to be able to use clear tickets. Cost 1 clear ticket for stages 1 through 10, and cost 2 clear tickets for stage 11. What? How you gonna do that? How you gonna double the cost for the clear tickets for stage 11 and 12? What? That makes no sense to me. That's something that I 100% disagree with. What? Why? So if we build teams that can, 3-star clear stage 11 and 12 or whatever, or can just beat it for the first time rather, you're gonna make us use 2 skip tickets per run of those dungeons? Those dungeons better not have green gear then. I better not see one single piece of green gear. If I do, this is blasphemy, and we'll have to make another video addressing this issue, because that's just blatant. I don't even want to say the word, but it's a little bit I don't know. I don't know what other word to really use right now besides a word that's going to be very very unfitting of today's video. Let's just say it's very bad. What that is what they're entailing there is bad. Okay, I don't like it. I do not like that at all. Let me know what you think about that in the description below. Do you think that it's fair to use 2 clear tickets for stage 11 and 12 clear? I don't like it. Even if players have cleared stages prior to the update, the corresponding star acquisition missions will be marked as incomplete. Players will need to clear the stages again in order to receive. See, you got to make that retroactive. You're making me waste stamina now, or even clear tickets to go back through and do stages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of all of those dungeons for absolutely zero reason, because you guys couldn't go in there and make that retroactive. Again, there's words that I need to say, but I won't. This is just the patch notes were looking good until I got to this point. Like, that to me is just ridiculous. Okay, that's the word I should have said earlier. This is ridiculous. Okay, ridiculous. Let's not do things like this. Okay, Smilegate, you see this right here? We can't be doing this. Okay, I don't like it. All right, I don't know. Let's move on. Let's just move on. Ava's Challenge Quest. Ava's Challenge Quest will become available after clearing all stages, and guide quest has been added. What? Oh, after all. Never mind. Ava's Challenge Quest has 2 stages and a total of 22 missions. Challenge missions are designed to be more challenging compared to the guide quest, like they weren't challenging enough, I mean. And as a result, the rewards for completing them are also set to a higher level. Now, I'm not going to sit here and read all of these individual missions. We'll go through a couple here. It looks like most of this is going to be gold related, and it looks like we're going to get some gems there at the end too. Looks like some good gems here for achieve trust level 10 with 2 heroes. If this stuff is not retroactive, I'm going to be peed off. Again, we cannot keep doing things like this, Smilegate. You got to make these things retroactive, because the amount of resources that players have diminishes over time from when they first start. Because when you're in that honeymoon phase, you get a lot of materials and you get a lot of stuff. And if a lot of those things are basically wasted on these new quests that you couldn't make retroactive, we then got to go back and restockpile on all those additional resources again, but now much harder to obtain, and do all the stuff we've already done over again, basically repeating stuff that we've already done to then get rewarded when we should have already been rewarded for it for already doing it. Okay, now this is going to be very beneficial to new players, because again, they're going to have access to that honeymoon phase and be able to go through and do a lot of these things a lot easier, a lot smoother, without too much restriction or too much, strain on your resources, because you're going to be getting quite an influx of them, in the early stages of the game. However, for us, players who've been playing since day one, unless you're a massive whale and you're just buying every pack under the sun every single week to get, whatever you need done, we got to go back and we got to somehow do all these things over again. Like, I'm looking here, this whole, achieve trust level 10 with 2 heroes. Like, I've already done it with multiple heroes. That takes some time, okay? That takes quite a bit of time. You're talking a week, 2 weeks per character to do a trust level 10. And now you want me to do 2 of those just to get 500 gems? Really? Really? I hope that is retroactive. But considering this up here wasn't retroactive, I'm not going to hold my breath, because yikes. So, I like some of these things, but I don't like the fact that there's nothing being retroactive right now, as far as I can tell. I could be wrong. Maybe the Ava challenges will be retroactive. I hope so, but I'm not holding my breath. Win 100 battles in arena. Participate in a guild raid 30 times. Reforge 6-star legendary equipment 150 times. Achieve 6-star transcendence with 2 base 3-star heroes. Oh my. Oh my. Like, the stage 12 clears, these are all fine. Some of them, they want you to do 100 times each. Okay. But again, this is new content, right? This is stuff that we have not done yet because they've not been available. So I don't mind doing those. It's the things that we've already done before. Like the second half of both of these, Challenge 1s and Challenge 2s, is where I'm not really too happy, because this is stuff that I've already done. And now I have to somehow do it again. And they're not going to be easy at all. Like, achieve 6-star transcendence with 2 base 3-star heroes. That's very, very difficult for 750 gems. 750. Do you know how many gems, Smilegate, that we have to use to try and get 2 freaking natural 3-star heroes to 6-star? The only one that I could think of that you could have done if you cheesed it at the beginning of the game is Rona, because you could easily have made her 5-star, and then throughout the past month plus, you could have easily made her a 6-star. But again, if it's not retroactive, it might not even have counted anyway. So if you want us to have 2 base 3-star heroes become all the way up to 6-star, you better be giving us more of those double shard drops, not just every other weekend or once a weekend and a blue moon for a couple days. No, we're going to need that pretty consistently, because that's going to be extremely difficult to do for just a measly 750 gems for half a multi. So I'm going to need a little bit more from that. I'm going to need a little bit of help from you, Smilegate, for us to kind of get through some of these things, because I mean, you're talking a lot of stamina investment. You're talking about a lot of resource investment from some of these quests. You're talking about a lot of time allotted to do these. And again, a lot of this stuff, we've already done it. We're going to have to do it again. So, yeah. I'm not so sure the rewards are as great as you think they are. Just saying. I mean, if you complete all these quests, you get 1,000 gems. If you can complete all these ones, you get 1,500. I mean, at the end of the day, that's just a multi. That's literally a multi. Okay? You're talking weeks, maybe months of work for a multi-summon. Let's just put it the way it is. Guild raid improvements. Sorry, we got a little bit negative here. This chunk right here, the patch notes, was just, just kind of threw me off a bit. Guild raid improvements. The guild raid period will be adjusted. Current 14 days. Now it's going to be only 10 days. So the guild raid is going to be shorter. The accumulated guild raid point rewards will be adjusted. Required accumulated guild points for the reward will be decreased. Okay, that's good actually. The guild raid participation reward will be adjusted. The number of daily participation rewards will be changed from 3 times to 2 times. We get 2 tries a day? And okay. That kind of helps guilds and hurts guilds. For guilds that are like, not as competitive, they have a lot of low spenders, free to plays, having to only do 2 teams worth of tries a day is a lot better point wise than 3, because then you're only going to have to build 2 strong teams instead of 3. But for the more competitive guilds, guilds that have been building up tons of units in preparation for this, they're obviously going to be pretty sad, including our own guild here, because we're aiming for like top 2, top 1. Like we're aiming for the gold, baby. We're going for the championship. We want the title. Now you're telling me that I only need to use 2 teams instead of 3? Okay. Okay. Guild Raid Season 2 Planet Purification Unit. Sai begins. Any player who is a member of a guild may participate. Schedule. Guild Raid will follow a 4-week cycle consisting of 10 days for the boss raid, 1 week to process results, and 1 week break. And then back to the boss again. How to play, blah, blah, blah. We already know all this stuff. If you want to look that up, if you are new to the game or unfamiliar with Guild Raid, you can look that up. Guild system revamp. The number of points required to increase the guild level will be decreased. That could be good. Really, really good. The number of points required to increase the level of Monolith of Unity will be decreased. Side story revamp improvements. The number of entries for side story stages where heroes pieces are droppable will be adjusted, and the number of hero pieces players receive will be increased. Maximum daily side story entry count. Before it was 10. After it will still be 10. The story chapter entry count in side story is 10. And then it becomes 5. What? Wait a minute. Maximum daily side story entry count was 10 before and 10 after. The story chapter entry count in side story will be 10 and then 5. Are they saying that we can only do 5 tries per hero side story, but they're gonna still give you? I'm so confused with that. What do they mean by that? Does that mean we basically can do 2 side stories a day instead of just 1? Is that what that's saying? Because I'm confused. I think that's what they're saying, but I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section below if you're reading that a little bit differently. Details: 3-star hero gain 1 time. So we're gonna get 3 shards. Okay, so now this. All right, this change definitely helps a little bit with the achieve 6-star transcendence with 2 base 3-star heroes. So this change does help with that change a little bit. So I want to retract that statement on that particular mission. It might not be as hard as before because of the change down here. So I want to go back and say, hey, thumbs up on that, perhaps. But I still stand by the other stuff I've said because I've yet to see that being taken care of. So 3-star hero piece gain 1 time. Before it was 1, now it's going to be 3. That is huge. 1 to 2-star hero gain. It was before 1, and now after it'll be 2. And the starting hero, they always got 2 before. Now they're going to get 4. So this is a massive change. So if I'm reading this correctly, we can do 2 side story heroes a day, 5 each, and we're going to be getting between 2 to 4 shards per drop, which means we're going to be getting 15 3-star hero shards a day, potentially. That's very, very good. Before we were getting 10, now we're going to get 15, so we're going to be getting 5 more. And that's a permanent change too. So this is really good. This might mean that they might not do the double drop rates anymore, because that'd be 30 shards for a 3-star in 1 single day. For 2 heroes, that'd be pretty huge. So I don't know if they're going to do that anymore, but this is a much needed change, so I do approve of that. Kudos to you, Smilegate, for that. I'm not going to go over new packs. I don't really care about that right now. I'm not going to talk about the packs. Like I said, my goodness, more packs, more packs, more. Oh my God. Existing, I don't care. Other. One special crafting abrasive and one training stone will be added. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Those are the new things. The facial expression of certain heroes will be improved. Snow, Iris, Ava, Marion, Francesca, Tanya, Yuri, Cindy, Fenrir, Tiro, Stella, Leo, Jihoon, Kim? I didn't even know that was a character. NPC. The visibility of locked and complete side story thumbnails will be improved. And then they got some bug fixes here that you guys and gals can check out for yourselves. That's going to be it for me. Holy crap, that was a mouthful. Wow. So what do you guys and gals think about the patch update overall? There was a few things there I didn't like. It's mostly the retroactive stuff. I just don't like when games do that. I always feel that it's just ridiculous. It's not needed. It's not warranted. It's undeserved. We don't need to have to go back and redo stuff that we've already done, wasting resources yet again for stuff just to get rewards that really don't even equal the value of the work that went in to get them. So that's it for me, but I do like the new hero Eris. She seems very interesting. We're going to kind of explore more of her, break her down a little bit more when we're actually able to check her out in the codex in the game, look over her stats and all that good stuff. And if we do get her through pity, I'll go ahead and do maybe a showcase, you know, testing her out, seeing what she's really capable of, maybe theory crafting, and of course do my summoner skip for her drop rate up banner. That's gonna be it for me. Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, tick notifications, and join the Discord in the description below. I can't talk, guys. It's time to get out of here, bro. It's time to get out of here. Don't forget to, of course, follow us on Twitter at X's Network, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Hopefully, when I can speak better English. Peace.